Let's see what old kind of catastrophes Gypsy's got going on in season 2, episode 2 of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. Okay, so you guys remember last episode? There was like this scene where the waiter came and Ken said that he wanted to publicly shame her. I really thought that that was staged. Come to find out, when Gypsy and Christy was going live last night, no, that is really how it played out. It was not staged.
That was her. That I'm like, I didn't want to be rude.
Right. So that's not
I didn't want to,
but it's gorgeous.
knock the food. So, by just saying, it's fine. Like, no.
Yes, you will.
But it's the part of the public shaming that I was upset about.
I had a house salad.
Or she said that whenever she went to the bathroom that she had forgot that she was mic'd up. I guess she did a lot more crying than what Lifetime showed us. That blanket's hers, so he's got a sign, he's got a blanket. Let's see what else he's got. There was a pillow. Pixie.
Gypsy hadn't seen Pixie since March, but I still consider Pixie Gypsy's.
There's days where I do want her back, and then there's days where I'm like, you chose that, that's what you wanted, that's what you got.
He's like, I can't. I'm trying. Like, she's been gone. She's made it so very clear. Here, Lifetime's coming in for the second season. Like, I don't know how much more clear Gypsy can make it. And he's in the bathroom, surrounded by all of her stuff, in front of this shower curtain that she probably put up. And he's like trying to do like a woo-saw, like trying to calm his nerves down. I don't know. It's funny. I know he's heartbroken. Ron could have had Pixie a stepmom if he really wanted to. He's well known. Everybody knows, he's a good guy. He's holding out hope, and the hope needs to, See, this is what I'm talking about. And then, so then it opens up with the pictures of Gypsy all over Ken's refrigerator again. See, I love how Lifetime's doing this because they know that we'll talk about it. It's hilarious. It cuts to Ken calling the moving service to set up movers to move them into this new house. Now, I wonder, let me know in the comments if you know if they actually bought a house or if they're renting a house. It looks like that they bought it, but a lot of people in my last video said that they're just renting it. I think that they would have bought it. Ken's busy and Gypsy's by herself going rogue next to the oven. It's what's it called? A foreshadowing that something bad's going to happen.
All right, thank you.
I made eggs at home, but I can't make them here on this jankety-ass stove.
Did you put like butter or Pam or anything in there?
No.
Oh my god, you gotta grease the pan before you make eggs every time. Also, it's way too hot. Would you put it on high?
Yes.
No.
So they said that Gypsy's still in New Orleans. And see, I think Ken lives like an hour away, or did live an hour away. Well, why did Ken move an hour away? Well, I guess that's where all the bars is. Because she said that Cutoff, there really isn't that much in Cutoff. So maybe that, because I'm sitting here thinking about, like, why would he move to New Orleans? Because, you would want to be at New Orleans. But then I was thinking, well, I guess job opportunities. But then again, technically, he really doesn't need to work, which I'm sure he wants to work to be able to, say that he's got his own money or what have you. Or, to say that he's contributing. But if he really wanted to, he doesn't have to work, probably. But I'm surprised that he's still working now with Gypsy just had the baby. You would think that he would want to be around the baby all the time. But, maybe they're sacrificing now to be able to pay the house off, whatever. I don't know. That's really none of my business, but let's get back into it.
Cash and ranch, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
I'm open to trying things like this. Things that wasn't a lie.
Get some of that.
Get some of that. Like he just, he's like, get some of that. Force it in your throat. Eat it. If Ken's like this with food, can you imagine in the bedroom? Ken seems to love that dog more than he loved Gypsy. Did you see the way he reacted to the dog versus Gypsy?
You'll be good boy. You'll be sweet boy. Okay, you'll be sweet boy.
love you.
Love you.
With Gypsy, it's like, bye, see you later. And with Parker's like, who's the baby? Who's the prettiest baby? Well, at least it's like, when they were talking about moving, he said, he talked about how excited he was for the yard and the sidewalks to be able to walk Parker, not talking about all the room that the baby would have to grow up or anything. He's excited about Parker getting a good environment. But I understand I'm a dog mom too, so. Now they're driving to Gypsy's dental appointment, and they have like this somber music in the background. Like they're going to be revisiting her old stomping grounds with Ryan. Honey, she doesn't care two shits about that. The way Lifetime's portraying it out, it's kind of funny.
I understand that everybody moves on and accepts in their own time.
Yeah.
I understand that. He's always had a selfishness about him where he doesn't think about the full picture. Like the last phone about him where he doesn't think about
selfishness. Honey, she's the one that's selfish. Gypsy's the selfish one. What are you talking about selfish? You're the selfish one, Gypsy.
the full picture. Like the last phone call we had right before we had our last court. I called him the night before, remember?
Right.
He's like, basically, leave Ken, come back with me. I know that it's Ken's baby, but I will raise the baby as if it was my own. I'm like, and what happens to Ken? He just disappears in thin air?
God forbid anybody take anything from Ken. Instead of her recognizing that that's just him coming out of a place of desperation, showing empathy, she now classifies it as Ryan being selfish. Feel bad for Ryan. But he'll find somebody else. Ryan will get somebody else.
Today, I'm going to be getting my new upper partial because all of the silvers have come off already.
She did a really good job on her teeth. As a side note, I wonder if she actually had to pay for this or if she got it free through promotion, like promoting her business. If I had to take a guess, Gypsy didn't have to pay for the teeth.
If Gypsy was here, I'd love to walk this with Gypsy. Like, it's one of those things. This is great. Sunday's a day for like a stroll with your partner. Man, that would be cool right now.
This is why I wanted to watch this season. It's just like the underlying humor. Because, Lifetime wanted to include Ryan. So what better way to showcase Ryan than to be walking alone, walking Pixie, to show just how, Gypsy's not there.
I haven't done anything to prevent the divorce from moving along. I've signed paperwork, but it's hard.
Bless it.
His wife leaves and a month later she's pregnant with somebody else's baby. It hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. It's messed up what she did. But Ryan's being selfish. But Ryan's the selfish one. God, Pixie got big, didn't she?
I got this baby Doppler. You can detect the heartbeat on one of these. So, do you want to do the honors?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so...
Oh, come on.
And if you don't know, Mia just graduated nursing school the last December, I think.
I usually do that about once a week.
It was awesome.
Gypsy said that she only listens to it about once a week. Honey, no, I bet she's got it. I bet she, at least twice a day, she listens for that heartbeat, probably. Which, I probably would too.
Aurora, move.
Try lower. Mm-hmm. You have it. That's it. Heartbeat with a kick.
Isn't it amazing?
You're doing good.
Christy just steps out and it just leaves Gypsy and Mia together. Oh, and Gypsy seems nervous. So let's watch. It's like the whole thing with Gypsy. Gypsy definitely values Mia's opinion. So it's like Mia's the final boss. Gypsy's wanting to talk about something. Look how nervous she is.
When we're mushy, when we're snuggling and stuff like that, he's like, you're gonna be my wife someday.
Oh, wife. Okay, here we go. She's trying to sweet talk Mia because Mia has been very against Gypsy. getting married and rushing the whole thing. And now, mind you, she's not even divorced in this clip right here. But I'm curious to see, because Gypsy is very manipulative. So I'm curious to see how she tries to spin it to her.
I want to ask you
Okay.
about. Okay, so Ken has been making like comments here and there.
About?
It's just like when we're mushy, when we're snuggling and stuff like that. He's like, you know, you're gonna like be my wife someday. Like, I love you. This is our family. Nothing matters more to me than our family. He's like, you know, you're the only one that I've ever truly given my heart to. And I'm kind of like.
Look at Mia's face. Look at her body language. She's got her arms crossed and everything. Like, no.
What I regret is how I went about it. And you warned me about that the week that we reconnected. You warned me about that. Now, like I said, I wouldn't take it back.
Right.
But I wish it would have been different for Ryan's sake.
See, watch how she manipulates. So she went through like the spiel of, she mentioned marriage. She mentioned how her and Ken are mushy, you know, together. She didn't get a reaction. She didn't get a reaction from Mia. So now she's spinning it around about Ryan, talk Mia into accepting that she's wanting to get married to Ken. And she knows that Mia will have a problem with it. So she's like, I want to get married. And then she didn't get a reaction from Mia. So she's like, she's going to bring up Ryan. So let me kind of fluff it up about Ryan. I wish it would have been different. I should have done better. I should have shown him more empathy. But I want to get married. Can I have your blessing?
Because people got hurt. And I recognize that a lot more now. So, you know.
Tiptoeing.
The last thing I want to do is just again make another hasty decision. And like I said, he hasn't proposed. He hasn't hinted around to proposing. He's just making big statements of love.
Right.
And with an upcoming baby, with my divorce about to be finalized, that's when we move into like unknown territory. That I'm free. I'm not.
Out of everything that we saw, it's always been Gypsy talking about marriage. But notice how she flipped it to Mia. It's Ken talking about marriage, not me. Ken's the one that's bringing it up. That manipulation.
With my divorce about to be finalized.
With my baby, with my divorce getting finalized.
I'm free.
I'm free.
I'm not married to Ryan anymore. I'm not held down by that. Anything can happen.
Look at Mia.
Anything can happen.
Final boss, Mia. It's not going to happen, Gypsy. Take your time.
Everything that happened
Yeah, see?
in April with the Ken and Ryan situation,
Yeah.
how quick she went about it, I think she learned her lesson.
Well, I guess she just admitted that she acted selfishly with reconnecting. But just a little bit ago, it was Ryan acting selfishly.
You could have done it differently, but look what
Yeah.
like it is what it is. It happened. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just being smarter about your decisions moving forward. And if you have that love for Ken, if he loves you like that, there's no point in rushing it. Because what's going to change?
Exactly.
Nothing. Y'all are still
Right.
going to love each other with
Yeah.
a wedding ring or without.
Right.
Like, there's no point in we need to get married or we need to get engaged right after my divorce is finalized.
She's not happy.
A wedding ring or without.
Right.
Like, there's no point in we need to get married or we need to get engaged right after my divorce is finalized. Y'all are gonna have a baby soon. Y'all are gonna be stressed out with that. You don't want to be planning a wedding. Let life just flow.
Yeah.
Like, let it just be. I don't know. I think
Gypsy. That's not what Gypsy wanted to hear. Did you see that face?
And just, see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
There is a part of me that wonders if Ken is staying with Gypsy for the financial reasons, which, I mean, he has showed us that he's obsessed with work, allegedly. But I wonder if you were to take, like, all of the money away. Like, right now, he's super excited about this house. Like, what if they were to have to stay in the apartment? Would he have been just as happy? I don't know. I wonder if you were to take the money away, or the future, the projected future, where Gypsy is massively successful now. I mean, she got a book. I mean, at least for financial reasons. Like we've got, you know, Lifetime season 1. We've got the Australia Lifetime season 2. All these other interviews, the talks. I mean, she's done a lot of stuff. TikTok, YouTube for a stint. There's a lot of money there. She wrote a book. If we were to take all of that away, and if it was just like Gypsy just got out of prison, regular, like no fame, we're talking like from scratch, I wonder if Ken would have been as interested, because Ken didn't come back into the picture until I think it was February. She got out December. Ken came back in the picture. It was like the end of February, March of that year. And of course she got pregnant. But like take Gypsy straight out of prison, working at McDonald's or doing DoorDash or whatever, working at a bar. Would Ken be as interested and be sticking it out? I hope so. You know, I do like to wish the best for everyone, but it does kind of weigh on the back of my head, especially with last episode and this episode. He is super excited about this house, which, I mean, who wouldn't be? But I don't know. It just kind of weighs in the back of my head a little bit. And then from the behavior that we saw about how he treated her at dinner, we saw the way that he treated her about the eggs. I mean, which I know he's you know, there is a part that is joking, but still it's kind of like he knows how sensitive she is. But we'll never know because she's massively successful, and Ken will be along for the ride, I guess. And of course, they've got a kid together, so just hypothetically. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So she's talking about this jacuzzi tub and about how she gave the cat a haircut and left the cat in with the jets going.
Had a haircut in the bathtub, and I ran the jets. We could never run them again.
Oh, wow. Now we've got Gypsy packing up the apartment, getting ready for the movers. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the whole Gypsy thing, but the only time that I ever see Gypsy like physically get up and do anything is when it has to do with either organizing her clothes. It's always like having to do with like clothes, organizing stuff in the house. Have you noticed that? Like, or with Ken's stuff. Or how should I say it? Like, for example, Christy, there was a hurricane coming, and Christy was worried about the furniture or whatever. Gypsy didn't volunteer to go out there to do anything like that. When it has to do with cooking, she lets Ken or Ryan even take over the cooking. But when it has to do with something that she wants, like going through Ken's stuff or whatever Ken wants, making sure it's right for Ken, or things that annoy her, like Ryan's clutter, she starts throwing stuff away. That's the only time I see Gypsy get up and do anything.
Ryan and Ken are a lot of ways different department. I'm just saying. I have a history of living with a hoarder, and so this kind of stuff.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but
Growing up with my mom, there was a whole room that was just like this junk room with piles and piles of clothes.
okay, so she just said that there was a junk room. The reason why there was a hoard of piles and piles of clothes that needed to be washed. But if you look at the picture that they're showing us, it looks like it's Gypsy stuff. Yeah, looks like Gypsy stuff. You got a baby carrying thing, a bunch of wigs, a cat, stuffed animals, Mickey Mouses, a sword for cosplay. Yeah, it looks like Gypsy stuff.
It's always good to find the brush of an ex-girlfriend.
That's where she finds the brush.
I'm just
Oh gosh,
finding things all the dang time.
I love this scene right here. You know,
Old pictures.
old
and
pictures.
greeting cards, and you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I have nothing of Ryan's. Nothing.
She's like, I have nothing of Ryan's.
When I was
At the beginning, I thought that this scene was, like possibly planned to increase drama for the show, but no, this is the way it was. And her and Christy had been talking about saying that it was a sensitive topic because she had been finding stuff all around about them kissing. I don't know. It was a big deal. So this was not staged, is what I'm getting at. Lifetime shows us that Ryan's still holding on to this stuff because he still cares about her. And now we find out that Ken's holding on to ex-girlfriend stuff. So, begs the question, does he still care for them too? As, like Ken's holding on to stuff too. She's saying she doesn't hold on to anything because she's done. Is Ken really done with his ex-girlfriends? He's holding on to all this stuff. So I like how Lifetime edited that.
Show me one empty bottle that I have laying around this house somewhere that I reused.
Sure.
It's in the trash can.
Oh, because I put it there. What is this?
A soap bottle? Is it empty?
It is.
Was it on the counter?
It was. And
Okay.
it was empty. What is this? Shaving cream.
There's still a little bit left in there.
It's empty.
There's still a little bit left in there.
Oh, and what is this? The hairbrush of an ex-girlfriend.
That's actually mine. That's
With
mine.
blonde hair.
Oh, I mean, maybe someone else
Yeah.
used it.
That's what I thought.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he looked a little pissed. Oh, God, this is super awkward.
So,
What?
something should be disregarded in the past.
Okay, so now she's talking about wanting to go to the baby boutique right before they move. He looks so annoyed.
Nesting. Not having anything bought for the nursery as far as furniture is stressing me out. I know.
You're gonna go in there and
Having anything bought for the nursery as far as furniture is stressing me out. I know.
you're gonna go in there and spend like $2,000 on a crib that we just.
No, I'm not gonna spend $2,000 on a crib.
$2,000 on a crib. What if that's her money? That's her money if she wants it. You're not married to her, obviously. What do you talk about? What does it matter if you guys, if she does spend $2,000 on a crib, if she wants to spend $2,000 on a crib. So Ken and Gypsy are arguing that they don't need two of everything.
We are not going to buy two of everything.
No, I'm not
Just
saying
because.
buy. We have.
Okay, no. We are not going to buy two of everything.
No, I'm not
Just because.
saying buy
We
two
can
of
transport
everything.
the items when the baby comes to my house. We can
No.
take the bassinet with us.
No, we are
Yes,
not.
with us.
No, we are
Yes,
not.
with us.
No, we
Yes.
are not doing that.
Yes, we are. We're definitely not buying two of everything. That's just ridiculous.
I'm not saying we're buying two of everything.
For the first 4 months, shouldn't need a crib. Shouldn't need a reclining chair. Shouldn't need all the extra stuff. That can come later.
Where am I gonna breastfeed her?
We have a perfectly good couch. Do you need a special breastfeeding chair?
Yes.
No. You don't need it. You can do it on that chair. You can do it on the floor. You can do it on the floor.
What?
All you need is two
On the floor?
That's it.
What did he say? What?
You know all the extra stuff. That can come later.
That.
Yes, we are. We're definitely not buying two of everything. That's just ridiculous.
What a dick.
For the first 4 months, shouldn't need a crib. Shouldn't need a reclining chair. Shouldn't need all the extra stuff. That can come later.
Where am I gonna breastfeed her?
We have a perfectly good couch. Do you need a special breastfeeding chair? No. No. You don't need it. You can do it on that chair. You can do it on the floor.
On the floor.
All you need is two arms to hold her up to your boob. That's it.
Gypsy you only need two arms to hold her up to the boob. That's all you need. If you're an expecting mother, all you need is stop buying baby products. If you're a mother, all you need is your two arms to get it up to the boob and the floor to breastfeed. Thanks to Ken. Ken Urkers let us know that if you're an expecting mother, all you need is your two arms and the floor to breastfeed. Yeah, you're a first-time dad. That's right. You don't know what all you need. And Gypsy looks upset, too. Look. Did you see Gypsy's face?
We have sheets and blankets and clothes and diapers and wipes. I'm like,
She looks mad. Yeah, she looks upset. You hurt her feelings again.
it's like, oh, there's also this thing, there's also that thing. We need a crib, sure, but like not like immediately. From what I understand, the baby's not going to sleep in the crib until a few months later. Why does everything have to be your way?
Everything have to be your way. It seems that everything's Ken's way. Everything's Ken's way. But look at Gypsy when after she said that. She doesn't look happy. She looks like she's about ready to cry.
We have sheets and blankets and clothes and diapers and wipes. I'm like, why does everything have to be your way?
So this is the way he's acting. So okay, let's also remember this is how he's acting and treating her on their 2 days a week. So what's going to happen when they're living together full time? I don't know. Like, I'm sure that if Gypsy really wanted a crib, that she could go and get a crib. But see, the thing is Gypsy's not wanting to disappoint. She would want to make Ken happy. Ken knows that he's got that kind of, thumb over her, but it's the way that he's presenting it to her. Like, he needs to present it a little bit more thoughtful. And another thing is Ken is acting like this in front of the cameras. And this is the first time really that he's being on camera. Before it was just like an interview type session of his past. This is like them together regular as a relationship. And if he's acting this way, wonder what happens when the cameras are not there.
Yeah.
You want to go see your new yard, buddy? What do we got? Oh, what do we got?
But I got back with the man that I truly love.
Go explore. Oh, what do we got?
He treats that dog better than he treats Gypsy. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. It'll help me out in the algorithm since I've been MIA for the last 6 months. But I love you guys so very much, and I will see you guys later.